And we welcome you back to third round coverage of the Honda Classic here on NBC Sports. You know, Palm Beach County has more than 150 golf courses. Around here, golf is, well, I suppose it's a little bit like college basketball is in Chapel Hill, North Carolina, or horse racing in Louisville, Kentucky, which is to say that around here, well, sometimes the sports page and the front page seem indistinguishable. Around here, golf is that big. No one knows that better than does Craig Dolch, golf writer for the Palm Beach Post. But covering a community doesn't make you part of it. That is why this gathering last year seemed so unusual. There they were, some of Palm Beach golf's biggest names assembled to throw their arms around a man with whom they might have quarreled in the past and make a very clear statement. Yes, you are part of us. 20 months ago, Dolch was in Pinehurst covering the U.S. Open when he got a panicked call from his wife. Their teenage son, Eric, was being taken to the emergency room.
He's got all these leads around his head. You know, he had this, he had the ventilator, and you're just thinking, you know, I saw my son 9 days earlier, and he was perfectly healthy 14-year-old boy that, you know, we were joking and playing with, and I came back, and it's like, what happened?
Somehow, Eric Dolch got encephalitis, a virus which damages the brain. Physically, verbally, and expressively, he was virtually inert and about to set out on a hellish odyssey. Over the next 14 months, there were times he would suffer as many as 100 seizures a day.
The worst thing is just when it happens, you're just saying, please, God, stop, and stop now. And it's the worst possible feeling to see your son go through that, and the helplessness you have, that there's absolutely nothing you can do to make him feel better or to understand what's happening.
Last August, after 4 hospitals, 10 surgeries, and thousands of seizures, Eric Dolch came home. His father had been with him just about every day because the Palm Beach Post had given Craig Dolch a year off with full pay.
You say thanks when somebody opens the door for you. What do you say to somebody that, you know, may have saved your life again?
The golf community, too, has closed ranks behind the Dolch family.
We're trying to get some financial support as well as emotional support, too. So this community comes through when they have to.
TaylorMade put together these thoughts from its players.
Hey Eric, Kenny Perry here.
Hey Eric, this is Paula Creamer.
Keep thinking good thoughts, have a great attitude, and know that guys like me are pulling for you.
And there was that benefit hosted by Raymond and Maria Floyd.
Eric is not Craig and Ava's son, he's all of our sons. He's all of our kids.
Eric requires 24-hour-a-day care, for which the Dolches pay $13,000 a month out of their own pockets. They've had to refinance their house. And then there is the collateral damage.
For a year, I was the one who spent most of the time with my son. So for almost a year, I saw very little of my 17-year-old daughter, Alexandra. I saw very little of my wife, Ava. It's like a bomb went off at our dinner table one night, and our family got blown in different directions.
Craig Dolch is tired. All the details of this shipwrecked life converge to sometimes addle his thoughts. About one thing, though, he is very clear.
And it's inspiring, and I tell him this all the time, that, you know, how proud I am, you know, to be his dad, and I just can't wait for him to hear that, you know, to understand that I truly do mean that.
At one point early in his recovery, Eric Dolch was placed in a medically induced coma for 115 days. That's almost 4 months. His recovery is going slowly, but there is progress. Eric's illness, though, seems to have brought out the best in an awful lot of other people as well. One example from earlier this week, Mark Calcavecchia, the 2-time champion, found Craig Dolch and gave him a check for $600. One thing, though, the check was from somebody that Dolch had never heard of before. Calcavecchia explained that he and his wife had been playing golf earlier in the day, and the check represented their winnings from the match. When it came time to pay, he just told his opponent, "Don't give me the cash, just make out the check to the Dolch Family Foundation." And if you'd like to find out more about Eric Dolch, we encourage you to go to our website, NBCSports.com. There you can follow Eric's recovery and also find out more about encephalitis. Dan?
Jimmy, thank you very much, and for bringing light to that story. Another example of the golf community coming together when one is in need. And this time it wasn't a player, it wasn't a corporate sponsor type, a member of the media who needed help. Out to 10.
And the par putt now for Steve Stricker, who, remember the second shot long left, putted up short. So bogey now at 9 and 10 for Stricker. Drops him back to 4 under.
And a moment.